sisters and brothers, and those of you who define yourself perhaps not as sisters and brothers, but others. I bring you greetings from the Bay Area. It's far away. There were two of us who were able to come, and we're very happy to be able to represent the Bay Area branch. We're also, so people know, we're planning our own celebration of Leslie's life for the end of May, and I'm sure Comrade John will talk about what's being planned in LA. A lot of people have said a lot of things that I wanted to say, and I don't want to repeat what's been said. But I really wanted to speak personally about what Leslie Feinberg meant to me. And personally, meaning personally, is always politically. When I first came around Workers' World Party in the mid-'70s, I was very attracted to, at this time, the pamphlet on the gay question was just in draft form, and it was being circulated, and it was at the same time that the RCP, Revolutionary Communist Party, had come out with their draft analysis, which was really just a rehash, unfortunately, of what the CP the Communist Party had talked about for years. And it was something that as a revolutionary lesbian activist, I had always struggled with, because I had been very active in high school and junior high school, always thought I was a communist, and I always had to wrestle with, could I be queer and a communist? Is that okay? And I think the thing that really organized me into the party was the way that the party dealt with the whole LGBTQ question in a very, very personal way. And it was really when I met Leslie that I understood, when I found out about how supportive the Buffalo branch was to Leslie during the struggles that she went through in terms of becoming a transgender activist, and the support at a time when nobody else gave support, when the whole world screamed, there's something wrong with you, that I said, has to be the party that I'm going to join. And it was a very, I had a lot of things about Leslie that affected me very deeply. I was able to spend more, I sort of moved away from New York after I joined the party, but I spent a year in New York City at 21st Street working with Leslie and working with some of the other comrades, and I forget how it happened, but I took over the prisoner page for a little while, and I just learned so much from what Leslie had been doing in terms, and I think it really sort of defined my prisoners' rights work, which I've been doing for the past however many years after that. As well as the fact that every demonstration I went to, Leslie was the one who was concerned about disability rights. She was the one who made sure, and it wasn't just the national demonstration, she was the one who was wheeling someone up to the front who couldn't get up to the front with a wheelchair, making sure and this was again at a time when nobody was thinking of these things. So it was just such an important thing. And in the Bay Area, Leslie has, of course, a very big following. And also a big following among a highly politicized transgender movement. And I just wanted to relate one, I know I don't want to go over my time, I just want to relate something, because Leslie's words are as alive today as they always were, and important, more and more important. That I was with a group of political transgender activists a couple of years ago when they were having a study group, and when they found out that I had almost all of Leslie's writings, her published writings, they wanted to borrow them because they wanted to study them. They really wanted to, and so they incorporated them into her study group. I never got the books back, by the way, unfortunately. I have to replenish that, but this is something that happens all the time. And I cannot even tell you how many countless times I used Leslie's writings on Cuba to argue with people within the LGBTQ movement. And I think it means that her death, her passing, means that all of us have to step up and continue the example that Leslie was in her life. Because whenever there was an obstacle, no obstacle was too big. They wouldn't let transgender activists into the Michigan Women's Music Festival, and Leslie went and developed a space where transgender women and men could go, and so I think that's the type of audacity that we need to remember, and we need to put inside of ourselves, and to continue the fantastic work that she, and the fantastic revolutionary struggle that we're all a part of, but that Leslie was exemplary in. Leslie Feinberg Presente.